Land flipping is one of the most powerful ways to build real wealth in 2026, not just because of the returns, but because when you do it right, you don't even need to use your own money to buy deals. You see, I've helped people who are completely new to real estate go from zero to flipping land for $50,000, $100,000, even $300,000 in profit without quitting their jobs, without needing a real estate license, and without a ton of startup capital. And in this video today, I'm going to walk you through the entire system step by step. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do to start flipping land and actually see results. But if you skip steps or do them out of order, one mistake can cost you a deal, lock up your capital, or put you months behind. So let's start at the beginning. If you go into this with the wrong expectation, you'll chase the wrong deals and the whole thing falls apart. Most people mess up land before they even send their first mailer because they don't understand what it actually is. It's not passive on day one. It's not no money down for everything. It doesn't work in every market, and it's not get rich quick. Here's what it actually is. You identify a landowner who has a reason to sell or who will have one. You reach out the right way, build a relationship, and position yourself as the obvious solution when they're ready to move. You get it under contract for significantly below what it's actually worth on the open market. You sell it to the right buyer at full market value or above, and you keep the spread. That spread is your profit. I've had single deals net $200,000. I've had students hit $300,000 months. The end goal is to build a repeatable acquisition and sales system that runs on lean capital, lean time, and a process that compounds. But if you go in with bad expectations, thinking every deal closes in 2 weeks, thinking you don't need a system, thinking the mailer alone does all the work, you will get stuck. And staying stuck in land flipping means your capital is not moving, your marketing isn't compounding, and you're falling behind. Step 2, choose the right market and build your buy box. The market you choose can make land flipping feel almost effortless or completely impossible. If you pick the wrong one, you'll waste months closing deals that were never going to close. If you pick the right one, deals start coming to you, and your sell side gets faster and more profitable over time. I want to be honest with you about something. When I first got into this, I had laser focus on one thing: understanding where buyers were actually purchasing land, not where I thought it looked cool, not where I'd seen a YouTube video about, where real transactions were happening at real prices in a short period of time. That focus is the reason I generated multiple 7 figures in profit flipping land across the US before I was even 25 years old. Not because I worked the most hours, because I picked the right markets and had a repeatable system inside them. Scaling breaks when you spread yourself thin. You want one centralized market you understand deeply before you even think about expanding. You're not just buying a parcel, you're investing in a market, and that market either has active buyers or it does not. What I look for is there demand. Are parcels actually selling in this market and selling quickly? I want to see real transactions selling, not just listings. Pull the county records, look at what sold in the last 12 months, at what price, and how long it sat. That data will tell you everything. What's driving the demand? Is it population growth pushing development outward, remote work buyers looking for recreational land, agricultural demand, rising land values near growing metros? You need to understand the why behind the demand, because that tells you whether it's durable or a short window. Are there counties where title clears fast, recording is straightforward, and you can verify parcel information without a fight? Some counties are set up to work with investors. Others drag every single step. The cleaner the process, the faster you can move through deals. Avoid the declining markets, areas where population has been shrinking for years, where there's no economic driver, where cheap prices are cheap for a reason. Cheap land in cheap markets is not a deal. It's a trap that you don't want to fall into. Just like a house flipper who buys in a declining neighborhood and can't move the property once he's done. The land equivalent is a parcel that you cannot sell, and the reason it won't sell is almost the same: wrong market, wrong buyer pool, or no real demand driver. That's exactly what understanding your market up front protects you from. And avoid single industry markets. You might find great deals and a strong buyer pool today, but if that one industry slows down or moves, you're holding parcels in a market that's changed underneath you. Once you've identified a market with real demand, you set up your buy box. This is non-negotiable. Write it down. Your parcel type. Here's the key. You don't pick the type first. You read the market and let it tell you what's selling fastest at the highest price. In some markets, that's recreational land, hunting tracts, off-grid parcels, weekend properties. In others, it's infill lots because a metro is expanding and builders need inventory. In others, it's ranch land, agricultural parcels, timber tracts, could be anything. The type is the output of your demand analysis. The principles for identifying where demand is active, where parcels are selling within a tight window, and where buyers are paying well. Those principles stay exactly the same regardless of what type of land you end up going after. Your deal parameters. I want to be buying at 40 to 50 cents on the dollar relative to what I can sell the parcel for. If I can flip it for $80,000, I want to be in at $35,000 to $40,000 max, and that includes all of my soft costs. That spread is what makes a deal worth doing. If the math doesn't get you there, it will not be a deal. Your automatic disqualifiers when you're starting out: stay away from the parcels with title issues, no legal access, environmental problems, or serious encumbrances. I can buy those now because I know how to navigate them and turn problems into negotiating leverage and more profit. But on your first few deals, I want you to do the clean ones: clear title, clear access, clean county records. Get 3 or 4 of those right and you'll have the capital and the confidence to go after the complicated stuff later. You need to know your numbers before you make an offer, and this is where most people slow down and lose money. You need to be able to run the deal math in under 5 minutes on any parcel, not because you're rushing, but because you've done it enough times that the process is systematic. Here's the formula. Write this down. Your estimated sell price based on real comps, same county, same parcel type, similar acreage, sold within the last 12 months, not Zillow estimates, not guesses, actual recorded transactions that have sold. Pull the lower middle of your comp cluster and use that as your baseline. If you do better when you sell, great, but don't underwrite to the top. Multiply that by 50%. That's your maximum all-in cost. All in means everything: purchase price, closing costs, any carrying costs while the parcel is listed. If you're in at 50 cents or less on what you can sell it for, you have a deal worth pursuing. Now, stress test it. What if your sale price comes in 10% lower than your comp? Does it still work? It should. What if it takes 60 days to sell instead of 30? Does your carrying cost still leave you with meaningful profit? Run the worst case scenario on every deal. Don't sell a dream to yourself. If the deal survives the worst case, it's a real deal. If the deal doesn't fit the math, don't talk yourself into it. Offer what makes sense for you and move on if they won't take it, and set follow-ups to reconvene with them at another time. You'd be surprised how many sellers say they'll never take an offer that low and then call back a few months later. It's not a dead end. That's a pipeline that you're building. Now, I want to address something directly because it's the biggest mental block for most people getting started. You think you need a lot of your own capital to flip land, but you actually don't. My philosophy is this: a good deal will always find good money. If you have a parcel under contract at 40 cents on the dollar with clear title, real buyer pool, capital is not your problem. There are deal funders in place. People and companies whose entire job is to fund exactly this type of transaction. They put up the purchase capital, you manage the deal, and you split the profit at close. That simple. Your job is to find the deal and execute the system. Their job is to fund it. What I actually recommend, especially when you're scaling, is to not tie your own capital up in acquisitions in the early stages. Pour it back into marketing instead. Every dollar you put into a mailer campaign or a data list is a dollar compounding into more deal flow for yourself. Every dollar you lock into a single acquisition is a dollar sitting still while you wait for that one deal to close. Use deal funders for acquisitions. Use your own capital to build the marketing engine that keeps the pipeline full. That's how you scale fast. Now, I want to talk about business credit because that's a real tool in this model, but I want to be specific about how I'd use it because it's not the same as what you hear in other real estate strategies. Business credit and land flipping makes sense for 3 things: your marketing spend, mailers, cold calling, data lists, and skip tracing software. Your business infrastructure, your brand, your website, your CRM, your tools, and your operating costs while you're in the early stages of building deal flow. What I don't recommend is using business credit to fund acquisitions at first. Not because it doesn't work, but because if you're relying on credit lines to buy deals, you're adding extra pressure to a transaction that should have a deal funder behind it. Keep your credit lines clean and available for the operating system. That's what keeps the machine running. The deals fund themselves. If you want to take everything I'm showing you in this video and apply it live with me, I'm hosting a cash flow from land workshop on March 19th. We're going to go through the exact system I use to find, negotiate, and flip land for serious profit, step by step, live. The tickets are linked in the description below. Go and grab your spot right now and then come back. Let's keep on going. Most beginners wait until they find a deal to start building their team. That is a huge mistake. Deals move fast. A motivated seller who called you today isn't going to wait 3 weeks while you figure out who's handling title. You want to be able to pounce the moment the right deal shows up. So before you send your first mailer, before you make your first call, you need the infrastructure in place. And here's what you need: a title company or real estate attorney who works with land investors. Not all title companies are created equally. You want one that understands land transactions, can pull title quickly, knows how to handle out-of-state sellers, and can close without slowing you down. Call them before you have a deal. Ask how fast they can clear title. Ask if they've done vacant land transactions before. If they haven't, you find someone else. A deal funder. This is your acquisition capital source. Could be private money lender, transactional funder, or a network of investors you built relationships with. You don't need one for every deal, but you need to know who you're calling when one shows up. Get those relationships built now. When you actually get a deal is not the time to be making introductions. You want an investor-friendly agent or broker, someone who can pull comps fast, who understands the market and what you're looking for, and who's not going to waste your time on deals that were never going to work. I want agents who will walk the property with my buyers, submit my counteroffers quickly, and adhere to the way that we like to list properties based upon systematized data. You need a data and outreach system, whether that's a CRM, a data scraping tool, a mailer platform. You need to know how you're going to find sellers at scale before you start. We'll get into the specifics on the next section. Now, your brand is part of your team. This one gets overlooked constantly. Your brand is doing work before you ever pick up the phone. When a seller gets your mailer, looks up your company, and lands on a polished professional website, that is a team member. When your mailer copy speaks to exactly where they are and makes them feel like they're dealing with someone serious, that's a team member. Most land investors look the exact same. Same letters, we buy land fast cash, and all this spammy nonsense. But we build cohesive land brands at my consulting firm, Landverse. The kind that makes sellers feel like they're dealing with a real company. That difference alone puts you in a different category before the conversation even starts. starts. Set it up right the first time. Your entity, your brand name, your domain, your website, your mailer design, your voicemail, all of it sends a signal. Make sure it's the right one. Finding the right land deal takes consistent outreach. You're probably going to go through 4 to 8 weeks of active marketing before you land a deal actually closes at the number you want. That's normal. That's not a failure. That's the process building momentum. Most people quit way too soon. They send one mailer campaign, get a handful of calls, don't like any of the numbers, and decide land doesn't work. What they don't realize is they were 2 campaigns away from a $100,000 profit deal. The skill you're building, reading sellers, knowing your market, negotiating with confidence, that's worth more than any one deal. And once you have it, there's no ceiling on what you can do with it. Where your deals actually come from. Direct mail is the foundation. Target a list of landowners in your chosen markets. A mailer with real messaging, crafted, not just a generic letter, and a follow-up system. This is where most of my best deals have originated from. The mailer pre-sells you before they ever pick up the phone. When someone calls you back because your letter stood out from everyone else's, you're already starting from a different place in that conversation. Cold calling just supplements it. Once a seller has seen your mailer, call feels like a follow-up, not a cold pitch. That's a 2-touch combination. Mail first, call second, or simultaneously. It changes the tone of every conversation. You're not a stranger, you're the company that reached out to them. Your network will compound over time. Some of my best deals have come from people I was just good to, wholesalers, agents, and other investors. Treat people fairly and be easy to work with. Deliver on exactly what you say you're going to do because it will always come back. The deals that come through relationships are usually the cleanest, most motivated sellers you'll ever work with. I want to be straight with you. This is not a business where you put in 10 hours a week and watch money appear, at least not at the start. When a deal shows up, I need you to be dialed in. I need your system ready, your team in place, your follow-up is sharp. I need you running at it. Here's what I've seen over and over. Someone sets a goal, first deal, first $50,000 month, whatever it is. They hit the first obstacle. Instead of pushing through, they start looking for a different approach. It's like you're car hopping. An easier one. And then they end up in the same place a year later, just with less momentum. Land flipping does not get easier. You just get sharper and you get better. The rep of reading a market, having real conversations with sellers, building the kind of rapport that turns a cold lead into a closed deal. Those skills compound. Every deal you close makes the next one faster, cleaner, and more profitable, but you have to stay in it long enough for that to happen. If you've got the right markets, you got the right buy box, the right team, and the right system, and you're committed, you can do this in a short amount of time. I've watched it happen repeatedly with my clients, but being committed is the non-negotiable. You now have the full system I personally use to flip land for profit in 2026. You understand exactly what land flipping actually is and what it isn't. You know how to pick a market with real demand, how to build a buy box that filters out the noise, how to run deal math fast, how to build the team before you even need one, how to find and filter deals, how to talk to sellers, how to sell to the right buyer, and how to recycle capital back into the engine. Most people in this space are guessing. They're reactive. They chase whatever comes in and hope it works. When you have a system, you are selecting. And that's the difference between someone who has a few good months and someone who builds a cash flowing empire. If you want me to help you build the system directly, one-to-one, the link is in the description. I'll help you build out your markets, your brand, your acquisition system, your seller approach, your buyer marketing, everything. And we'll work together until you get your first deal done. Or if you want to start with my live workshop, I'm hosting a cash flow from land live workshop on March 19th, where we go through all of this step by step in detail. The link is in the description. Go and grab your seat. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you there.